What's up guys, it's SheriffMucus, and today we're playing one of the all-time Nintendo classics, Super Mario World! Let's give it a try, shall we? So we've got Mario A, Mario B, and Mario C. Let's go with Mario B. A one-player game, of course. Welcome, this is Dinosaur Land. I wish I lived there. In this strange land, we find that Princess Toadstool is missing again. Looks like Bowser is at it again. They like to say again a lot, and so do I. Now, how did Yoshi get his own house if he's a dinosaur? Maybe things work differently on Dinosaur Land. And you're running around, and you may be wondering what all it is that you do. Well, you hit this box. Now, it may not look like much, but what's actually on the box is actually words. Hello, sorry I'm not home, but I have gone to rescue my friends who were captured by Bowser. And even signed with a little paw print. But hey, here on the SheriffMucus channel, we do nothing but win and save the day. So let's go. We got our first dinosaur coin, we've got our first dinosaur. Do you think these dinosaurs ever get jealous that the coins are golden and they are not? I mean, I don't get jealous of Abraham Lincoln on the penny. I miss the days of school learning about presidents such as Abraham Lincoln. I really liked his hat, and I also really liked how he sacrificed his life for our country. So now we're in the echoey underground area. When I was a kid on the playground, I used to attempt the spin jump around all my friends. I twisted my ankle so bad that I cried though, so I never tried it again. You can also hold an extra life at the top of the screen and press the X button if you ever want to use it. That was a close one, speaking of extra item. Why does Mario keep stopping to listen to all these radios? I mean, doesn't he have the princess and Yoshi to save or something? Let's see. You can throw a shell upwards. Let's try it. Wow, and we get an extra life just for doing that. Hey, who's firing off all these big-ass bullets? I felt inclined to swear there. I don't do it often, but when I do, it's for a good reason. See, there's not even a place where they're coming from, if you'll notice. And we scored 8 star points, we got regular 9,000 points, and we're ready to grow even more as a Mario adventure in the world. So now we can go up this hill. And what do you think's up this hill? I really like this map, how it looks like sprites on the regular Nintendo, even though it's a game on the Super Nintendo. I wonder if at this point they thought at one point they'd make the Super Duper Nintendo. Little did they know that they'd make the all-time greatness that is the Nintendo Mario 64. Sorry, I just mean the Super Nintendo 64. It's not called the Nintendo Mario 64, I was just thinking about Mario. We already have 9 lives, kind of like a cat. But fun fact, you can't turn into Cat Mario in this game. You actually couldn't turn into Cat Mario until Super Mario 3D Land. And now all the blank yellow boxes turn into boxes. Do you get it? Because they're exclamation mark boxes and I just exclaimed for you. Isn't that something? Come on, you gotta give me something. Okay. Oh man. Oh, this part's so fun! Could you imagine if someone took the husk off of your back and then kicked it at you and all your friends fell over? Speaking of friends...
Hooray! Thank you for rescuing me! My name is Yoshi! I'm not here to rescue my friends! Bowser trapped me in that egg!
And now we get to trap ourselves on his back. Hey, I already knew how to do a spin jump. Hey, who doesn't know how to do a spin jump? If you don't know how to do a spin jump, let me know in the comments, and maybe we can do a SheriffMucus tutorial series. Would you guys like a SheriffMucus tutorial series where I teach you how to do interesting things like the spin jump? Of course not in real life. You remember my story, I think from a previous episode of the show, where I talk about how I attempted to do the spin jump when I was in middle school. I love how Yoshi adds bongos to all the music. It's like a little piece of us is missing until we find our little piece of dinosaur. And I think that's beautiful. Now, if you didn't have Yoshi, then that egg would have Yoshi in it. Which is curious because it's crazy how Yoshi can transport just between so many different eggs. But nonetheless, we carry on. Wait right here, Yoshi. I can park Yoshi like a car. I was always told not to eat random berries off trees, so I wonder how it's fair that Yoshi can do it, but I can't. Man, would that have been a big disaster if I had gone down there. Speaking of going down there... Now this area is designed to teach you that you can, in fact, jump off Yoshi. That'll come in useful if we're in a pinch, but... Unfortunately, it's kinda sad because if you toss Yoshi down a pit, you actually can't get him anymore, which it's implied that something very bad happened to him in that pit. I don't like to think about it. If we can get away with not abandoning Yoshi, we will. Wow, we're only on level 2 and we already have 14 lives. Are we the masters of Super Mario for the Nintendo, or what? 23? And we got another 9,000 points. If we get 100 of those star things, we get to do a super bonus game. Yoshi's Island 3, they haven't even made that many games in the Yoshi's Island series. And now we're on the athletic stage. And boy, is that name fitting, because I sure do feel like a professional athletic when I do one of these stages, especially with all the platforms. Hoot doggy. Or should I say Hoot Yoshi? Maybe that should be what I call the episode. One of my favorite parts of doing this is figuring out what to call the episode. Some of the episodes have names that I'm really proud of. Do you remember Donkey Kong Episode 6, Donkey Kong Illusions of Grandeur? Me too. That was probably the best episode I've done on the channel so far, because I think there's, like, a story there, and I could be honest with all of you throughout all my proclivities. Did I even use that word right? What is proclivities? Can you let me know in the comments? I can do the Mario dance, this Fire Mario dance on top of Yoshi, and he dances too. Could you imagine on a horse if you squatted on a horse, and then the horse squatted too? But I don't even think horse legs can squat. Just keep that in mind. Da-da-da-da-da. With Super Mario and friends, we accomplished the level. Yeah! Moving on up, Yoshi's Island 4. They can get really creative with these level names now, don't they? Hey, we got a fire flower for later. Now you don't want to land in the water here, because then you have to swim. And I've heard rumors around the bend that Yoshi doesn't like to get wet. Speaking of Yoshi, would you take a look at these big pokies that he can eat? I always like that their names are pokies and not prickies. That would be funny. if you're in an area that you've already cleared, you can press start and then select in order to exit. Could you imagine if Yoshi had his very own island? I'm just kidding, you know that he has his very own island. Did I get you though? Did I make you think that I didn't know that? Let me know. Uh-oh! We got the Mario Star! You know what that means. Oh, but we're trapped in the water. Oh no. See, I told you that we can't be trapped in the water. Do you ever notice that your sprite changes to kind of look like Luigi when you have the superstar? Wow, 27. We're getting close to doing the bonus game. And we have 15 lives. We haven't even lost a life yet. I remember when I had this game as a kid, I couldn't get very far into it. This was about the farthest I could normally get. But, gosh, was it so fun. I wish I'd gotten farther in this game because this might be one of the most fun Mario games. I don't really play a lot of the Mario games, but when I do, I tend to have more fun than I think I do. It really is a Super Mario world. We're just lucky enough to be living in it. Could you imagine having to navigate to work this way? Imagine you have your very own job, and all of a sudden it's just expected to you that you need to climb on fences over lava in order to get to your boss Bowser? I mean, why would you expect that of your workers? Why would you put your workers through something like that? That's pretty cruel. Even for a supervillain like Bowser. I'd expect something like that from the Great King of Evil Ganondorf. But not from Bowser. Bowser's lovable, unlike that cruel Ganondorf. And he has all these crushy things, too. Like, what happens when an employee gets hurt really bad? Does he even care? Uh-oh. This is one of Bowser's 7 sons, Iggy Koopa. And there's our first dying. Wow. We're gonna get him. It's okay. But not before doing the evil crush room again. I know I'm probably short enough to stay under that, but I just squat for good measure. What's a time in your life where you squatted for good measure? If at all. Let me know. Oh, that was something, wasn't it? Wow. Hey, no more time for being silly, okay? Because we gotta get through this room. Let's see what you got, Mario. You can do it, Mario. Let's see you do the Mario dance. Good. Alright. Now let's get by. Ooh. That was a close one, wasn't it? Now we're back with Iggy. Now, we gotta wait until the platform rotates in our favor, then we can jump on him and knock him right into the lava. Wow. It's a shame he got knocked into lava. That would hurt really bad, because I've heard it gets as hot as, like, 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Or maybe even Celsius. Mario has defeated the demented Iggy Koopa in Castle Number 1 and rescued Yoshi's friend, who is still trapped in an egg. Together they now travel to Donut Land. Before next episode, take the time to imagine how delicious an adventure in a place called Donut Land would be. Well, I'll see you all next time on Sheriff Mucus. I hope you enjoyed the entertaining fun, and I'll see you all next time. Love you.